Breaking and entering isn't usually my thing, but I don't have a choice right now. Alright, Spidey, you made it this far, so now what? If any of these guards manage to raise an alarm, I'm out of luck. I can't let them see me.
So these are the first proper stealth levels in the game. While there might have been some in the second and third level, here, this is where it's actively encouraged. And will actually punish you for getting caught. And it's not just bonus points that you lose out on if you get caught. Oh no, there is way more stuff you gotta deal with if you get caught here. This also features the best human enemies in the game. You require advanced web gloves to defeat them, what do you know? So yep, we already got strongest NPCs in the game, so they won't get taken out so easily by your regular fist. And of course there's these cameras here. You can obviously tell what they're looking at, so don't go in that range of light. If you do, the alarm will instantly activate. Normally the guards would have to go to some terminal to activate it, but those can instantly turn it on, so be careful.
Now let's see. Harry told me a bit about Oscorp's security measures. Getting through that big blast door is going to be a real trick. It requires a special code to open it. Harry said that no one person has the whole code. Hopefully I can find the pieces on some of the computers around here. Well, I better get started.
So yep, you gotta look for codes. You'll be able to tell which computers have codes because they're the ones with the really old monitors. Basically the big ones that we used to use back then. So don't look at those flat screen ones, look for the big ones with lights coming out of them. That's a sure sign that they are the ones you need. And of course you gotta download them, and that takes a while.
This is only 1/5 of the total passcode. I'll need to find 4 more pieces.
So yep, you gotta traverse through this entire area without getting caught. Well, that part's optional, but yeah, like I said, you get punished for this. And it might be harder than it looks, as indicated here. And when you get caught, alarms blare, and thus introduce the new enemy type, the super soldiers. Robots that basically will annihilate you if you try to fight them head on. But for the sake of stealth, they have been buffed for this and the next level, so this is not supposed to be how strong they are, but yeah. They basically will annihilate you very quickly. They are very strong, and yeah, basically just Metal Gear, but if the guards were robots, and if you had starting health close to the starting health from Metal Gear Solid 1 or Metal Gear 2 or Metal Gear, any of the ones with upgradable health.
I am so sick of these double shifts.
Of course, I make the same mistake as I did before and did not wait. One of the super soldiers must have caught me because I instantly activated the alarm. And yep, basically the guards are the only thing that you should be caught by if you don't want to risk bad things happening. And when you got, well, you obviously can't stay in the area and try and download, so you gotta run around a lot.
That's 3, more than halfway there.
So, if you're caught and you still want to try and download the codes, you certainly can, but you can't stay in one area for too long. And eventually you'll have to resort to hiding. And this is where the shadows come into play once again. Once you hide in shadows, your icon will turn completely dark, and that will be a good indicator that you'll not be caught. And of course you gotta wait for the alarms to, stop. Take time to relax while you wait. Your spidey sense will help you at least, but So yep, these are proper stealth levels. And these can get pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And even somebody as experienced as me, as you can tell, has trouble not getting caught. I mean, so far I've been caught by basically not being extra careful when I'm moving. But that's pretty much all there is to it. You download codes, don't get caught. And I guess the nice detail is that they do add guards that, you know, actually have lines and stuff to say. Very clearly, some of them are taking extra long shifts. And some of them will be surprised if they spot you. I mean, one of them even calls you out on being a superhero and yet breaking and entering. But if you want, you can take them out. Haymaker is really recommended for taking them out because they are otherwise absurdly strong. Well, by strong, I mean they won't die that easily. Well, not that you kill them, but... Yeah, that took way longer than it should have, but it was necessary to get the job done. Less guards, less people to catch you. The kind of logic I put into Metal Gear.
Man, this is the last time I'm covering for Jamie.
But in Metal Gear, I don't kill them. Most of the time, anyway.
Just need one more. Can't get caught now.
I wonder what's for dinner tonight.
So yeah. At least you have relatable guards. They patrol. Yeah. Although you can't exactly compare a genre to one genre buster.
Okay, now I should be able to get that blast door open.
And of course I get caught again. Well, luckily if you get as far as I do and get caught, there's no consequences. And once you get here, you got a puzzle. A really easy puzzle that I screwed up the first time. Basically, just look at the colors and match them as they are. Complete it and you can finally continue on through this blast door. Not that Spidey will need it for what you'll see later on. Anyway, that's it for breaking and entering. Unusual for a superhero.
I'm concerned about this project, Dr. Wu. The city doesn't even know that we're working on this here. Any sort of accidental release could lead to terrible casualties.
Listen, Amtower, those are the kinds of thoughts you'd best keep to yourself. There isn't going to be an accidental release. Now do your job.
So, what are you guys cooking up here?
I swear I didn't know Oscorp even had a chemical weapons division. You have to believe me.
Chemical weapons? That's a definite no-no. Especially if this is Goblin's one-stop weapon shop.
There's nothing I can do. The research is too heavily protected.
That's where I come in. I'll take care of those chemicals. Just tell me what to do.
It's fairly complicated, so for now, just find one of the control rooms that oversee chemical injections into the central vat. I'll give you a radio so that we can communicate once you get there. Be careful.
Thanks, Doc.
Watch out for patrols in the corridors. You can't let them spot you.
So yep. While stealth and breaking and entering might be basically your average Metal Gear of get caught, run away, hide somewhere. Here they at least up the ante. Now you got more defensive measures to make sure you don't just sneak across as easily. The guards are much of the same, but this time there's way more security, you know, there's lasers, there's cameras, and getting caught by men turning around. But yeah, on the bright side, getting caught means I can go by this way more faster.
Spider-Man, you're getting close to the first control room you need to enter. Keep your eyes open.
Anyway, that heads-up display on the top right might finally come into play now.
All right, listen carefully. There There are 4 control rooms, like the one you're in, that control chemical injections into the central vat. You have to activate them in the correct sequence, or you'll release the chemicals.
Definitely something I want to avoid.
After you activate the chemical injectors in the first 2 control rooms, you'll have to go into the central chamber and start the injection process. Then go back and repeat the process for the last 2 control rooms.
So of course you gotta find terminals to collect chemicals with. You do this for at least, well, all of them there, A, B, C, D. Just to... Of course this comes into play later since you do need the correct ones for what you'll see later. And this is an instance where I get lucky of not getting caught doing the exact same mistake that I did in the previous level. But hey, whatever gets the ball rolling to progression. Of course, as you can see now, since I've been caught, there have been super soldiers patrolling now. For a short while, at least. But eventually, if you keep getting caught long enough, yeah, you will have them be on permanent patrol. And as you can see here, this is what happens when you collect the chemical. Oh yeah, and the guards cannot see you through the doors, luckily. Of course, there's one more door you gotta go through. This big one. Luckily, the door opens for a guard, so that's nice details. But, yeah.
Hey Doc, there are 2 control terminals here. Which one do I use?
I'm not sure. Look around. Maybe there's something near the terminal that will help.
So, of course, you go after the one that has the chemicals that you have. If you put it in the wrong order, you will automatically fail the level. The chemicals get released, and essentially New York gets wiped out in a chemical attack. An unintentional one at that. Basically the next Chernobyl. How quaint. So let's do what a Spidey does, or... yeah, just do what anyone would and not make the mistake of pressing the wrong chemicals.
What was that?
And as you can see here, the super soldier really is on patrol. Although he might be a bit useful. Although, yeah, this does lead to an unintentional thing you can do in the game that they did not anticipate. Yeah, these super soldiers can open doors for you. You can use this as sequence breaks if you want, but you gotta be careful whenever you do it. And as you can see here, the super soldier's about to come back. And you can tell he just spotted me, just in a way he probably shouldn't have been able to. But yeah, super soldiers, just like the guards, can open doors on proximity. So if you want, you can sequence break using that trick. But if you get caught here, you're on permanent alert no matter what. So eventually, if you get caught, there's no getting out of the alert.
Sorry, no autographs. Doc, this door is locked.
Let me look into it. Spider-Man, be careful. Dr. Rue, the head of the project, seems to have figured out that something is wrong. He's headed your way. You'll need to get the key from him. He's the only one who has it.
Considering there's alarm, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised why he would think something's wrong. Of course, you just wait for him to show up.
The super soldiers have been activated. I knew something was wrong.
Of course, this is a nice bit of detail where if you don't get caught and you get here without the alarms blaring, Dr. Rue will say something different. But of course, it's changed to that if you get caught, well, don't get caught. Well, he has 2 super soldiers guarding him, so you can pick your poison and how you want to handle the situation. But I think more waiting will just get you the solution you want to take out Dr. Rue. And obviously, as you can tell, he gets taken out instantly. So he's pretty much the weakest NPC in the game. Of course, once you click C and D, you just gotta hold it back.
Intruder!
Don't press A and B panels again. That's all you need to know. Set this up correctly, and you'll at least get rid of Oscorp's chemical weapon. Whatever that's supposed to be. And once all the resulting chemicals are in, this happens. And they vanish. Yep, that's it. Chemical chaos. Harder itself, but not that much harder of a level, really. But anyway, that's it for part 7. See you at part 8. Not Your Usual Zero, signing off.